YouTube. I'm going to set a time of 5 minutes for this video. Simply, I want to talk about maybe three, four, maybe five of the different races that I'm looking at because they're so all across the board. Okay, first of all, Illinois 8 is one that I'm definitely looking at because Joe Walsh has been known for his outbursts about regulations ruining this country and ruining businesses when in fact absent regulations, we had the worst financial collapse in history. Tammy Duckworth is his challenger in Illinois 8, and his district in 2010 looked quite differently from the way that it does now. Now, Tammy Duckworth is an Iraq War veteran. She worked in President Obama's cabinet regarding with Veterans Affairs. Herself a veteran, and with many people in her family, her brother, I believe her father also served in the armed forces. She knows the difficulties that can happen when in fact you come home from your tour of duty. Simply put, she lost both of her legs and an arm. The use of one of her arms in the war, and she's still kicking the hell out of Joe Walsh. Now, Joe Walsh is a deadbeat dad who is talking about, gays being such a terrible, like this is an economic issue or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yet, he only went to Washington to be a Tea Party darling. I'm looking forward to Tammy Duckworth's heels being all up and down Joe Walsh on November 6th. Simply put, she actually cares about the economy. She wants to make sure that healthcare stays in place. She also wants to get rid of the tax cuts for millionaires and billionaires because she knows they don't need them, and to actually put into place policies, Obama-like policies that will get America working again. This is why I support Tammy Duckworth. Now let's shift on down to Missouri. Todd Akin and Claire McCaskill. This is one that I am watching in I believe that is a Senate race where now Todd Akin had the legitimate rape comment, and that a woman's body is programmed to shut that thing down. I believe a woman's body is also able to shut Todd Akin down by voting. Now, simply, he has a lot of support in the southeastern, well, I believe it's eastern Missouri, but I'm really hoping that Claire McCaskill wipes the floor with this guy. Women are the key to taking back the House and the Senate for Democrats this election cycle. Now let me shift up a little bit to Wisconsin. Wisconsin has been in the news, especially for Scott Walker. Scott Walker Gate is just bleh. Every time I think about Mitt Romney and Scott Walker, I think, wait a minute. Scott Walker would definitely be going for Republican nominee for the presidency, and if he gets into office, that is the first time that I will seriously consider moving to Canada, because of the simple fact that he did the same thing that Bush did to the nation, to Wisconsin. Act 23 with his voter ID law got struck down there, and Tommy Thompson, I believe, is definitely of the ilk. Now, while he did do welfare reform, which I haven't fact-checked how it worked, but he claims that welfare mothers were happier when they got off of it, which, of course, many people would be glad when they got off of welfare, but the whole thing is, are their jobs sustainable for a household? Is my big question. But he's running against Tammy Baldwin, and it seems her being a lesbian is more important than how she would serve in the Senate. Now the thing is, Tommy Thompson also represents some of those same Scott Walker policies to me, and I recently ran across a debate with Tommy Thompson and Tammy Baldwin, and I'll be definitely be checking that later. Now let's shift over to the Northeast, Massachusetts. Hot damn, Elizabeth Warren is kicking the hell out of Scott Brown, and actually now that I look at the four races, they're women. You know what? As I said, these women will help us keep the Senate Democrat, and I am really glad that we have a lot of lady candidates. 2014, we need to see some more of them. I believe that if we have a progressive tide of women and progressive men in the Senate and the House races, we will see this country go far. Now, also, moderate Republicans. I'll be looking at some of those too. I will check those out if there are any races with good Republicans, because if anything, we Democrats can't do it all alone. And if we have good, solid Republicans who are left or right of center, and also realize that compromise must be had in order to grow this economy instead of the top down from the middle out, and we have policies that will do that, that Republican I can definitely get behind. So if anything, these are the races that I'm looking at and America's watching. So have a great day, YouTube, and I went a little over, but have a great day.